Hello, you guys. I was going to start with this amazing video and it's not playing. Okay, let's start this over. Oops. How's everyone doing? Hey, this was a terrible start. We're going back here. Let me pull it up on this.
Corruption of the Adam County cops, stealing money, stealing cake. When they make they traffic stops, first they screw you, then they sue you. Play games and dismiss your claims. The proof's on the internet. Afroman will bring it to ya. Afroman is gonna do ya. Afroman is gonna screw ya. My proof's on the internet. Mine eyes have seen informants get busted with felonies. Tell the cops I'm a kidnapper and I sell a lot of keys. Raid my house and then get pissed, cause the dungeon don't exist. My proof's on the internet. Afroman will bring it to ya. Afroman is gonna do ya. Afroman is gonna screw ya. My proof's on the internet. My gate don't operate and my door is on the floor. My camera's disconnected. Lisa Phillips is a...
Okay, so we'll stop there. How is everyone doing? And in case you haven't heard the news, Afroman was found not liable. Amazing, right? I mean, we all knew that, okay? But I was getting really nervous with this judge. And then today we got footage of when they were picking the jury from before. And so like it didn't actually show the jury, it just showed like basically like the whole room. And everyone was white. And so I was a little, and most of them seemed older. So I was a little bit nervous. And the jury instructions today with that judge went totally off the rails, did not stick to the script. Like, when they do the jury instructions, there's an agreed upon instructions that typically the judge just reads. And this judge went like giving examples of things and like basically really tried to make it seem like there's going to be some complicated charges here. And really, at the end of the day, the jury got it right. And I am so excited. I'm so happy for Afroman. I'm so happy for free speech. He made diss tracks. This is not a new thing. The diss tracks have been around forever. And that's all this was. He was making money to recover for the losses from that he had to pay to repair his door, repair his gate. And it was also the gate for his driveway. That's not a cheap thing to do. So that could cost a lot of money. Yeah, screw that video. Do you guys want to hear it? Let's hear the judge read the verdict.
It's been an emotional case. It's been a well-tried case. The lawyers did what they should do. The parties did what they should do. I just want to remind everybody that how the verdict comes out isn't something of public comment. So if you have an emotional attachment to the verdict, don't express it. Wait till you get out of the building before you let your emotions out. In all circumstances, the jury finds in favor of the defendant. No plaintiff verdict prevailed.
So that was really exciting. Hello. And by the way, I just want to say hi to everyone. Hi, Khaleesi and Kenny and just snooping. Who else do we have here? I saw Gelth. Oh, okay, so you want a summary. Christina, how are you? She just started watching the verdict. At the beach. Good to see you again. I'm so lucky. I got to see you 2 days in a row. I said just snooping. I think I saw Quarter Fate. Yes, how are you doing? Who else do we have? Okay, so Gelth, let me give a quick summary. Okay, Bella, it's been forever. How are you? Good to see you. So basically, the quick summary is that these cops did a search warrant on Afroman's house that seemed to have been not well vetted at all. It was based on an anonymous tip that they still haven't revealed what that was, and they knocked down his door. They did damage. He had security cameras in the house, so he used that footage to make these diss tracks, basically. He made these music videos, these really funny, I think, very artistic music videos, using the cops, giving them nicknames based on what they did, and the cops didn't like it. So the cops and then he had some money missing. They took $5,000 cash, and when they returned it, it appears about $400 was missing. So he also said the cops stole from him, and the cops didn't like that. Somehow found this bum attorney to represent 7 of the cops for claims for like defamation, false light, saying they had like emotional distress and all this crap that clearly wasn't true, and they couldn't prove it. And they sued Afroman, and so they did the Barbara Streisand effect. The Streisand effect is real, and they just did a perfect example of that. Because yeah, his videos, they had a lot of views, but he just hit 1 million followers, I think it is, on like or whatever, YouTube, maybe one of those ones. He just hit 1 million, and because of this case, and because of this case, all the videos now, I mean, I would have never heard Lemon Pound Cake, and now it's like my new favorite song. I've been jamming to it all day. I've been singing it to everyone and telling everyone the story and that they have to watch this case. Today, it was only a 3-day trial. It started Monday, jury selection, opening statements. That this judge sucks. He's terrible. We'll get into that. Because honestly, I did not think Afroman was going to prevail on all charges. So my slides are so messed up. I thought that I was going to have to do some It Ends With Us today. And thank God I didn't. But they're still in the slides, so we'll just have to scroll through that. Lori Jane, hi, how are you? You cried, just Snoop. Oh, the cops cried. I thought you said you cried. I was like, I cried too. Tears of happiness. Okay, so let's get on a better screen here because I had pulled up a bunch of stuff. Yes, and we're going to circle back to the Afroman thing. This was just super quick housekeeping. But yeah, let me finish that last thought actually. So Afroman, yeah, so yesterday was one of the craziest days in court where we had where he played the Lemon Pound Cake. Should we just do we need to just play part of that clip just to celebrate? Maybe. And then today was closing statements and jury. Oh, we had one witness, which I'm going to play that. We had one witness for the defense, closing statements, closing arguments, and then the jury deliberated and came back. And let me just tell you exactly how it was said, because I had people jumping all over me, because my graphic, I had said not guilty because it just sounds better, but it's civil, so you say not liable. So but I had 3 people be like, it's not liable, not guilty. I was like, oh my God. Okay. So I changed it. So anyways, breaking, jury finds in favor of Afroman on all counts. That's how they say it, in favor on all counts. None of the plaintiffs' claims prevailed. So none of the cops' claims prevailed. The cops lost. They lost on everything. All 7 of them, all their things today. Their stupid little attorney was like, I think that this one should have $1.5 million at least in damages. And I was like, really? Really? What? Which one? The one that said that he was harassed because people were sending lemon pound cakes to work? That's not harassment. Yeah, I said, come for the king. You better not miss. Afroman not guilty on our show. Whatever. People are like, it's not guilty. Not liable. So don't say not guilty. Okay. So let's go down because I thought this was, oh yeah, we have to play a little of this just, to celebrate. I'm so excited for him.
By Mr. Foreman?
Let's just play this.
Play what's marked.
This happened.
Oh, yeah,
it made the sheriff wanna put down his gun.
It is what it is.
Lemon pound cake. He wanna put down his gun. Lemon pound cake. Trending on TikTok. Lemon pound cake. He's a family guy. Lemon pound cake. Munchies because he got hot. Lemon pound cake. Pound cake.
So I'm just so excited. This was incredible. And yes. And actually, let me go back to the, hold on, let me go back to the other stream to StreamYard because yes, you mommy, where did you say that? Yeah, Elle was crying. Too funny. Oh, I can't even. What is it? Linda Lickham. I forgot. She said, I'm so happy Afroman and the ex-wife. Yes. So that was the other thing. So yesterday, one of the cops claimed that his divorce was caused by because of Afroman's videos. And so today they had the ex-wife, and I did put that on the slide somewhere. So let me get to that one. So today she was the only witness they called, and that was basically, actually, that was pretty much the gist of it. They were just like, so was, Afroman, was his videos the reason you had your divorce? And she's like, no. She's like, I got a restraining order on him. It had nothing to do with this, and that's why I'm sorry we're here. Something along those lines. And I thought that was it was really funny. And she even said, because she's a teacher, she was a teacher at like I think an elementary school maybe, or a middle school, but she said even those kids knew that this was all parody. So that it's kind of funny that these cops who are supposed to like enforce the law can't even tell the difference between parody and defamation. So she was awesome. I liked her. I liked her a lot. And those cops, what losers, what absolute losers. And they could have done so much. Like there's a way they could actually, all of them could learn something from Afroman, because he told them that what he did was, they gave him a bad situation. He was out over $24,000 for damages to his property. Those gates for his private driveway, that those gates are so expensive to fix. They broke that. They broke the outside gate for his driveway. They broke his door. They accused him of having kidnapped people in a dungeon in his basement, which none of that turned out to be true. They money went missing. They could have fixed this and apologize, maybe just or physically fix a door or offer to fix something. Or since they couldn't charge him with anything because they didn't find anything and they realized they effed up really bad. They could have maybe Officer Pound Cake, he was like complaining and crying about all those pound cakes lemon pound cakes sent to his office. You know what he could have done? He could have been like, let me take like Afroman, he took lemons, he made lemonade out of it, and I'm going to do the same thing with these pound cakes. Let me give them to to a shelter or to a school or to, give them away to, spread the joy, turn it into something positive. But these cops made themselves the victim and went after him for his money, and it was so stupid. This whole thing was so stupid, and I'm so glad he won. Sorry for that long rant. I hope I'm making sense and everyone can still hear me. You're one of his followers, so am I. Khaleesi said, I sent the lemon pound cake video to my son. Did he like it? CJ, shout out to CJ. So I had sent her, because she's on a social media cleanse right now. So I had sent her just the video of the one that we watched yesterday in court with lemon pound cake. So then she played it for her son and her husband, and now her son for his birthday wants lemon pound cake and wants to hear the song. Hey, Bella says, I've been covering the Corey Richmond trial because it's 25 minutes from me. Oh, wow. It's huge here. So that's in Colorado, right? And her defense attorneys are also going to be defending Tyler Robinson v. Charlie Kirk. Oh, wow. Well, it's good to see you back here. Yeah, good point, Jane. The judge was happy. You think he was happy? I don't know. This judge was not a good judge. Rosewild, how are you? Well, crap. That should have said, hi, DFJ and all. Hi. Well, sorry if I missed something. So we're going to get into more stuff. Gel says, hope he paid royalties to whoever owns the rights to Under the Boardwalk for that. Oh, Gel, be nice. We're celebrating him. He just did a big thing today. This was a big win. And you know what? I don't know if he is or not. I'm sure he probably is, because I got a notice on my stream that, well, we're going to get to all that. I'll post it, but be nice. I'm sure he is, because it sounds like he does obey the law and he does understand what art is. And he was fighting for all artists today. He didn't have to fight back to these guys. He could have just settled with these losers. That's all they wanted was his money. And he did something bigger than that. And I think it's something we could all learn from. Catchy and makes me want lemon pound cake. Yes. And I was, I don't have any Fosters right now because I thought I was going to be getting surgery on Friday. But I was like, darn, if I did have a Foster, sometimes we get a name, the Fosters get to name them. I was like, I'd name them all lemon pound cake and capitalize on this moment, and get to put them up for adoption. All songs these days have parts of other songs. We don't get much original music these days. Yep, totally. And I thought, but I still think that what he did in a way was original. Laura, oh my gosh, how are you? I have all three. It's like a miracle. I have all three of my mods here. So speaking of that, yeah, let's get back to the other slide because speaking of housekeeping, so yesterday, I wanted to share the the trial stream with you guys. I like was it was not very planned at all, and I did something I never do, which is I forgot to thank my three amazing, beautiful, just terrific mods, Lara, Khaleesi, and Christina. I always thank them at the end of my stream. And yesterday I was like, I went on so late. I felt so bad. And um, I want to blame Afroman because I feel like maybe I got secondhand highs or something like through the screen or stream, but I don't think that's possible. So let's go to the next one. Yes. Okay. So they did I've never seen them do the Pledge of Allegiance in court. I don't know if this is a judge thing or if this is Adams County, Adams County, Ohio thing, but they did the
Please
Pledge of
join me in the Pledge
Allegiance.
of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the
And the reason I wanted to show it was because he's wearing the flag. And I just thought it was so funny that they're doing the Pledge of Allegiance while Afroman is literally a human flag. And he wore this suit all 3 days of trial. And he did it in all his music videos, which we're going to get to because after last night, I went down a rabbit hole. Okay, we'll go back. Yeah, after last night, well, I went down a rabbit hole and I was like, I just wanted to catch up on everything because like yesterday was so crazy. I was like, what am I missing here? I just want to see like what happened the day before. I want to see opening statements. I want to see, um, and I wanted to check like he has an Instagram. I wanted to check that, and he had been posting things, which we're gonna check all of it because it is so crazy. His songs are so funny. Everything he does is funny. I think he may have cried when he won. Oh, you think he did? I mean, I did. I cried when he won. I was like, I was so happy. I did not. I thought he was gonna get screwed. I just did. Like I was getting so nervous. The judge, his he did not read the jury instructions. Okay. The jury instructions were like 2 pages. He went and he talked for almost an hour, like total monologue. He went longer than both the the closing, the defense closing, and the rebuttal. Like he went longer than all of that. And so I was like, the jury is not going to even remember what any of those lawyers said. And then now they're just listening to this guy go on and on and on. But they still got it right. Like I'm so excited. I know, I agree with you. I wish we could gift all certain people. Oh, I'm sorry. It's not letting you buy. Oh, I don't know what is going on with my YouTube. I'm so sorry. Gal said that came out of my food budget. Oh well, no dino chicken nuggets for me after work. I'm so sorry. Well, no, you guys, this is all fun. Like YouTube is supposed to be for fun. If like just being here and being part of the chat, I appreciate you. So please do not. Oh my gosh, Christina, she just became a member too. Weren't didn't you just get a membership? So now you're doing another month? That is so kind. Oh my God, that's so amazing. Thank you. Yeah, this is all just supposed to be for fun. So please, like, do not use your food money on super chats, okay? I like your presence, and that is enough for me. And if you could like and leave a comment too, sometimes that helps. But you want the vampire cat. Okay. Well, it's not even letting me add it now. So now like YouTube is changing it. I don't know what's happening. But when whatever. We're going to keep going. Let's go to the next. So originally today, I thought I was going to have to do It Ends With Us and Afroman. And so we're just, that this was the original thumbnail and we're just going to skip past it. I'm just going to be like loser because this was it. I'm just like she has to pose with this clown. This is like the latest media I found of hers was that like Paul, I don't know why this Simple Favor director Paul Feig or whatever his name is, why he's always like simping for Lively. I don't know what is going on there. This is a terrible photo of them. And he basically that the latest headlines that I found for today all said like how he reveals how Blake Lively is coping with her legal battle. It's like, hun, learn from Afroman, cope better. Like focus on your positives. And she's in a totally different situation. This is like they're worth like hundreds of millions of dollars, right? Isn't it like 400? Is that right? The 400 million, or is it 40 million? Whatever. Once you're worth like past like a certain amount of million, like you should not be sitting in court, for for bogus claims. Go live your life. Go do something worth something. Like, be in the present. Like, be happy. Be cool. Like, play with your kids, adopt some animals, save some animals, like open an if I had the money they had, I'd be opening an animal shelter. I'd be like buying this land that I'm trying to save, you know? And what are they doing? They're wasting all their money in federal court. Like, you know how much time she's spending, like by choice, with Gottlieb and Ezra. I mean, the most annoying lawyers on the planet, in my opinion. So yeah. And then Nancy Guthrie, this is all I have to say is about that. And this is actually a shout out to you, Gelth, because I remember you had mentioned something in the chat, and I just want to give you a shout out about how they mentioned it in this video. It was that, yeah, one part, just the start of it was that another elder went missing. Hold on, let me get to it. It was right here. In New Zealand, right? And then and that he was found, I want to say like was it 4 months later? So, and I remember you had mentioned it, and they were saying how it's a shame that more people don't mention it. Well, now it's not going to play. Okay, well, we can come back to that. You're not going to play for me? Here, I could do it from here.
Elderly man, 85-year-old grandfather, who was kidnapped and held and tortured, unfortunately. They believe it was a case of mistaken identity, but he was taken from his home late at night by armed, masked individuals. There was actually a video of him being pushed into their car, and then he was held at a location where by the time they found the location, he was no longer there, but his DNA was all over there. You know, his blood was there. They had cut off his finger. Wow. Terrible. But they were able to prove he had been there. And so obviously the perpetrators were there as well, and they would have left their DNA behind.
Yeah, so the only thing about this was this part, actually.
Australia to find DNA. There was a grandfather kidnapped, a case of mistaken identity, apparently, in Australia.
So anyways, I was just a shout out to you, Gelth, because when I heard her say that, I was like, I know that case. And this was the only other thing I was going to say on that. It's just like, whatever. We're going back to Afroman. I just wanted to get these out of the way because they were on the slides and I don't want to have to do it a different day. But what does a pacemaker look like? I think that this should maybe also be on some billboards, because I think now people should also, just to know what they look like. They mostly look like this. The really old ones have wires. I don't think she has one like this. Most of the time they're like this. They're about 2 inches, or it looks like maybe 1.5 inches long. And then there's these really, really tiny ones, but mostly right now it says those are for babies, like, and some sort of fragile hearts, but most likely it looks like this. And just, you know, just good to know what they look like if people are going to be looking for stuff. Oh my God, was I not sharing this the whole time? Sorry about that. This is what pacemakers look like. And I just feel like that we should be, letting people know what they look like while people are still looking for her. That's all. And this is what it looks like with wires. And this is apparently like the newest, smallest kind. But they said it's right now, it's mostly just for like babies or something. So that's the pacemaker. I wouldn't have known what it looked like. Not saying that like it's gotten to that point, but just, you know, anyways, we're going back to Afroman. That was just
was extra love.
Housekeeping. And how's everyone doing? Did I lose everyone? Are you guys still here? Oh my God, we have another member. Hold on, I have to get to that. Let me get back. Oh, thank you so much, Quarter Fate. It's not letting me pull up. Hold on. Thank you. That is so awesome. I am so excited that you're a member. Thank you very, very, very much. And I always love having you in the chat. And I'm glad that you know, I'm sorry you woke up your husband last night laughing at lemon pound cake video, but it was totally worth it, wasn't it? And so I'm glad you were here to experience that with all of us. I am going to, okay, I'm going to play a quick, this was a really cool, I got a shout out. You know how we were watching everything on Kat Not Williams' stream? She gave me a really awesome shout out and I was so appreciative. And so I'm just going to play that really quick for you guys. And it was
almost extra love. I appreciate it. We have Don't F with Justice here. Always good to see you. Great, great coverage and great. One of the things I love about Don't F with Justice is, and I'll drop an X link because I think that's where I see most of the sharing. Getting documents isn't always easy. With this court for Afroman, the docket's available. We can look at the documents without having to create accounts, find them, purchase them, pay per page. That stuff can be tiresome to try to figure out how to do with certain courts that aren't really so accessible, and they can get really expensive. Don't F with Justice shares a ton and does the work to find a lot of court documents for different cases. So if you guys are interested in like motions, documents, coverage, access to court trials, here is, I'm just going to call her Don't F. There is the link to her over on X. So I appreciate all that you do, and I'm glad you're hanging out with us in here. Thank you for the 2 as well. And this comment was, if AI hallucination was a person, as this judge was going on and on and on. Yeah, that got long-winded. I am shout.
So really cool. I thought that was so awesome because like I absolutely love Kat Knott Williams. I think her coverage is great. And I think that like, you know, she's the one that we were watching on yesterday, and she's like, she also gets court documents. And so it's kind of cool. Oops. It's kind of cool when like someone else like appreciates the work that it takes to do something like that, you know, to pull up a lot of documents and to be downloading or finding them, and to put in like records requests, which sometimes take forever. And so I think that's how she started her stream. So she has a lot of great stuff. So anyways, and I'll link her in the description after this. And then yes, of course, I already predicted this yesterday. Oh, hold on. Did someone else just become a member? Lori Jane, thank you. Thank you so much for becoming a member. I am just so excited. You guys are so awesome. Lori, again, Erin Spencer, you're our girl for that. And you were willing to be boots on the ground. I think, didn't you already, you went all the way out there, and then we got a new judge. And so now we have a new trial date. I think you said, wait, was there a pre-trial coming up, or was that today? You have to let us know. But yeah, we're so appreciative that, because like I think everyone's invested in that case now as well, and all because of you. So thank you so much. So I am going to, okay, so I am very honored. I already said this yesterday. I kind of knew it was going to happen, but yeah, my last stream is not allowed to be monetized because the copyright owner is now either monetizing it or receiving analytics about it, but it was not a copyright strike and does not affect my channel. So that was cool. And so I'm not going to get like the $1.50 I maybe get it being monetized, but it was totally worth it because lemon pound cake and why you disconnecting my video camera, 2 of the videos I played yesterday are being monetized by him, by Afroman. So good. I hope he gets his money. I hope he gets to fix everything, and I hope he gets to treat himself and maybe move out of that town, because I don't know if I'd want to still live there with those cops there. Okay, there yesterday. So after that trial, sorry, after the court day yesterday where we saw the lemon pound cake video, then we saw like him on the stand as a hostile witness, which was so funny. I was like, I started watching like some of his Instagram and then like looking up some other things, and there's so much there. You guys, I don't know, we've been missing out on this. Like this is what you do. This is how you anti-troll. Like we have Kinney in here, and Wrath is good at it too. Like, but Kinney's probably one of the best. Like Kinney does not, you can't troll her even if you try. Like she's just a troll slayer. That's like what she is. And Wrath is too. Like how Wrath took my troll and she did a reading of his comments like in her troll voice, you know, and like turned it into content. Like, so that's like, you know, what Afroman style is. He's like, you're going to give me something bad and I'm going to turn it in. I'm going to turn it around and make something good of it and make myself whole. And his skill is rap and is music and music video, but it's more than that, because so he took the cops' faces, right? And he made t-shirts. He was wearing a t-shirt that has their faces plastered all over it. We're going to get to that. There's something else he posted today where the cover of I think it's the stick shift in his car. The cover of it has the cops' faces on it. I don't understand the meaning behind that, but it's just funny. And then he's such a good troll. It's not troll, but what is it? Like anti-trolling? He has like all of his YouTube, every time got more followers, he would post the YouTube, like, congratulations, you've hit like, 1 million or 2, whatever it is. And then he framed them. They're all across the wall in his kitchen, and all the video picture he puts in it are all the ones that he made of the cops, because that's really what got him over this high. So anyways, these are so funny. So I'm going to show you some of this stuff, and we're going to go to his Instagram, because he was posting stuff today during jury deliberations. It's just like crazy stuff. So yeah, I have to get back to my thing here.
Randy Walters is the son of a bitch. Yeah, that's why I fucked his wife and got filthy rich. It's my dough. Stop stealing my dough. Stop disconnecting my video. It's my dough. Stop stealing my dough. Stop disconnecting my video. It's my dough.
Anyways, so what was funny about that, because I also put this here for a reason. It was a correction because yesterday, remember, I was like, I thought the way the cop had said it was like it was one of his daughter's, like, student, like, friends or whatever that was bullying her, that said like, oh, was Afroman your dad because you're adopted and your skin's different? But and no, but Afroman did say that he yeah, slept with his wife, that the cop's wife slept with him. So that is what the song is about. And then, so that was like slight correction, but it was really funny because he's like, um, hey Vig, how are you? Okay, so you said you like the original. What was the song this came from? You have to tell me. So there's so much more. So I know we've been Khaleesi, we've been sleeping on Afroman, and I am so ashamed because usually this is the stuff that like brings me so much joy. I like when people, like, they stand up for themselves and they turn things around, and he's exposed them. He's done a lot of good here. And actually, like, a lot of good. Let me see. What was I going to go to? What one that links to his Insta? It's so hard. I really hate Instagram, to be honest. It's the social media platform I hate the most, because it's really hard to share on here with you guys. Let me go to, and like, I can't even search on it. Oh, here we go. So let me see if I can pull up his things. I took screenshots of them, but if this lets me play them from here, I'm going to do that. So, okay. So for example, this was today. Let me see if it's going to share. Yeah. Okay. You guys can see that, right? Oh, you post about Aaron Spencer? Okay. Let me see. Hold on. I'm going to find it. Oh, here. Aaron Spencer next pretrial is April 29th and trial date is June 22nd. They're thinking a 2-week trial. Thank you, Lori Jane. I'm going to add that to my calendar. Thank you. That's so soon, because that's just a month. Well, pretrial at 29th. Oh, and then to April, May, June. Oh, so it's going to be in the middle of summer. Okay. Well, that's very good to know. And they still have time to drop the charges or make some sort of deal with him, which they should, but they're so dumb, they probably won't. Yeah. Hey, Asshole Media says we need an Afroman and Cardi B court remix. I know. Who did it better? But I have to say, it's just like, it is really pure art. Cardi B, yeah, she did amazing on the stand, but she was also helped by that dumb attorney. But Afroman really turned it into an art. Like, these guys, he did not let them try to get away with it. And there was a really good clip. Oh, I don't know if I put it on my slide. I hope it's on my slide. But it was a part of his when he was on the stand yesterday, where they're like, "Didn't you see Linda crying and she was sad?" And he's like, "I didn't see her crying when she had an AR-15 pointed at my kid. I didn't see her crying when they like did this warrant on my house and put him through this." And so, yeah, I don't know. Everything he did was so good, and his songs and his content. So anyways, let's go to this Insta thing, because like, this was today. Okay, well, this one was 12 hours ago, but there was some today. So he says, introducing Judge Jackass Jonathan helped the PDF file police Hine. His name is Jonathan Hine is the name. And like, I mean, he doesn't even care. Like, Afroman does not, he knows their free speech is allowed to be free speech. But I just thought, I was like, ooh, he did this like before, I don't know. This maybe could have been part of the reason the judge did those went off the rails with the jury instructions today. I don't know. And actually, we're going to go. Oh, and then he put, okay, so why does it say 10 hours ago? Okay, I thought he did this one today. I guess the other ones he did today. But this is the lawyer that was for the cops. And he said, and I looked up the phone number. This is the actual phone number for this lawyer. And he said, rip off statutory R Robert, kick it out of court, Klinger. He uses K's for that, by the way. K, court with a K, Klinger with a K. Are you a PDF file police officer needing legal representation? And then he puts the guy's phone number, and he says, officer, okay, like police officer baby Macon Brian newborn Newland, and will you stop sending I can't say any of this. Will you stop sending D pics Williams? Call the PDF file police protector. And yeah, he puts their phone number. So, and it just says he'll kick it out of court. And if you give them a call, he will clean up your record and move you around for the cops. So I just thought that's funny. And then, so this is his Insta. It's just Instagram at OG Afroman. Let me just make sure I share this. And then I'm going to go, because I cannot stand using that, I'm going to go to this one. He also has an X. So let me share this. Okay. So we read what the judge, we heard the judge, right? And then, wow, look at this.
Yeah, we did it, America. Yeah, we did it. Freedom of speech. Right on, right on. Yeah, God bless America. Yeah, power to the people. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, we did it, America. Yeah, we did it. Freedom of speech. Right on, right on.
Look, his rings, it says dad. That one says dad.
Yeah, God bless America. Yeah, power to the people. Yeah, 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 yeah.
So funny. And then this was, if you guys want to see what the one witness today, this is the ex-wife.
You've worked with kids for how long?
30 years.
Got into the mind of kids pretty well.
Yes.
When they would play Mr. Foreman's song Lemon Pound Cake, did they take that as a literal fact from your observations?
No.
Were they laughing and joking about it?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Are you familiar with the song WAP?
I think I've heard
Sorry,
it.
no, strike that. I'm going to give you the complete song and then summarize it because I only want to say it once. Are you familiar with the song Wet Ass Pussy?
Yes,
Is that a rap song?
it is.
Has your students played it in class?
Once, and I asked them to please turn it off.
When they were listening to it, did they think that was fact?
No,
So they didn't think that that was depicting anything in real life?
no,
So you didn't have to teach them that wasn't real?
right. No, I did not.
You've heard the song, correct?
Yes.
Do you believe it's a literal interpretation?
No,
Would you agree it's derogatory towards women,
no,
even though it says nasty things about them?
yeah, no. I mean, it's the artist's opinion, I guess. That's the way I feel.
Maybe not an opinion you like, but.
Yeah.
So, Ms. Grooms, has Mr. Foreman's posts about Sean or any of the general posts about the Adams County Sheriff's Department as a whole affected your life any at all?
No.
Would you believe it would have affected your life while you were married to Sean?
If it had any effect, I guess that would be the time it would have an effect.
But as his spouse, you would have expected it.
Yes.
And I don't want you to go into too many detail, but is it fair to say that Mr. Foreman, the posts about the police department, everything had not a damn thing to do with your relationship between you and Sean and why it came to an end?
No, it did not.
So the posts never affected your life, never affected your marriage.
No.
Okay. So any statement to the contrary would be false?
Yes.
So yeah, that was a really bad for the cops. I'm surprised that's all he posted. He didn't post the part about where she said that she got a restraining order from the cop ex-husband in their divorce, like basically saying like it wasn't like our divorce had nothing to do with this case, is because he's like, everything everything Afroman said was true. Yeah, so Afroman was posting all this stuff. What's this one? And it looks like his guitar matches his ring. Remember his cool ring yesterday? I was like, is that a flower or is that a marijuana leaf? And then I think it was Khaleesi's like, it's cilantro. And I forgot who else. Someone else said something funny. They were like, it is maybe it's parsley. I think it was Lori Jane. And Lori Jane, also thank you. I saw that not only I thought that you had been a member before, so you gifted them because I always saw you as green. Okay, so you gifted it a membership, and it went to Rose is Wild. So that's so cool. So I'm so glad that like our chat is turning green. Thank you, Pam Jensen. Yeah, sometimes it's kind of crazy to be YouTube. Well, to be a good one. So today is like not my best day. I started out rough or whatever, but look at hey Teresa. She says pound cake sales are going through the roof. They're going up, right? It's the thing. It is the thing. And that song is going to trend. I think I might even make it like a ringtone just for fun for a little bit. But yeah, look, his guitar matches his ring. And yeah. And yeah, we're going to get to some of this too because good for him. Like I'm glad everyone's covering it. This was just a small little funny thing, but there's another Adams County. I see this all the time with cases. People on X are trying, they want to do the right thing and they're trying to, they'll tag or they'll go onto the account of like some, whatever county, sheriff's department or whatever county police or sheriff and say something if it's a case or whatever, and they'll get the wrong one sometimes. So this also happened here, but this Adams County gave a little history lesson. It was so cute.
Most of you haven't. Adams County Sheriff's Office in Ohio and Afroman are in litigation with each other. We know some of you have heard it, though. So we want to provide you a quick geography lesson. We are the Adams County Sheriff's Office in Colorado. They are the Adams County Sheriff's Office in Ohio. So before you start sending us messages, calling us, emailing us, DMing us, you may want to Google it.
I thought that was super cute. You know what else? Afroman reposted it. So that's why I thought it was funny. Yeah, okay, so what else did he repost? Yeah, we already did that. I was played in court. Yeah, these were the cops that broke his gate. And like this one, I don't know if you guys watched this part of the trial, but oh my God. So if you think that the lemon pound cake video was hilarious, that they played that in court. So he has this Lickum Linda song. That's what he got, Linda, this cop. And it's 13 minutes. And the plaintiff, the cop's like lawyer, the plaintiff's lawyer played, and against like Afroman's attorney, he was like he didn't want it to be played. He didn't think it was necessary, and they wanted to play it because it is probably one of the most crazy ones because he accuses her of being like a lesbo and has a few graphic things that I probably don't want to show on here, but we'll watch part of it. But I thought it was so funny because like obviously it's embarrassing for her, but it's 13 minutes and it is so bad. But she was trying to, it almost looked like she was making fake crying. Like I did not really feel like she was actually crying. Even if she was crying, I don't know what she was crying about because the song and okay, so I guess we might have to play part of it because it's really cute because he watches her deposition. She cries in the deposition. And so then we'll just go to the end. Let's go to the end part of, well, there's parts they can't show of this video. Like I'm probably going to get like kicked off YouTube. But we can do some of it. So let me just go to the one part of it because he's like, oh, like then they end up having like a romantic happy ending and he ends up like they fall in love with each other. You listened to it today, Teresa. Isn't it crazy? Christine says, Linda does sound like a man. I feel kind of bad for her because that must be hard growing up like that. I mean, maybe, but like, you know, she cut his cameras, you know, and what he said, he's like, do you know how hard it was to put up that surveillance system, and then you go around and you cut it, and on a warrant that they had no basis for. And why would they cut his cameras? Why are they trying to hide his, you know, they're supposed to have all their body cams on. What if they don't? He, thank goodness he had those cameras. Not everyone does put up cameras inside. And thank goodness he did. Christine says, I'm too soft. I don't like to see people cry. No, Christine, it was weird. I don't think he was actually, when she was in court, she was like looking over to the jury to try to see if they were buying it, that she was crying or not. I'm going to have to show you. Hold on. Because I think actually I have part of that clip pulled up exactly in that spot. Yeah, let's just go here.
Something that's bigger than mine.
Oh my God. Yeah, here.
Jordan Adams County Sheriff's Department. President was complaining she was punching on their wise carpet. We so lick them slow. We so lick them fast. We so lick that to stand. We so lick that. Lick them low. Lisa, lick them low, Lisa. Pussy life. Lisa. Lick them low. Lisa, lick them low, Lisa. Pussy life. Lisa, come on, Lisa. Well, she Phillips. She'll put you on it over. She spread her legs and do her lips.
I want to show. Just like weird things, the way I don't know. I didn't buy it, but like, because I'm just like, why are you crying? The video is really funny. And then he falls in love with her in the end. And he says, like, I hope
You have to verify your age to watch this on his YouTube channel, which isn't surprising.
Crack some musical jokes that I didn't know they encouraged yet, but I'm sorry. I think I didn't know this was I'm sorry. I was just having fun with the
This is such bad audio quality. He's like, I didn't know she was a biological woman.
I'm sorry.
The shirt.
Yeah, that's the shirt with all the people on it. Okay. Yeah, so you guys are gonna have to watch the 13 minute. I can't show the whole thing because like it gets crazy, more crazy than that. So let me see what else I have for y'all. Because I did want to play, there was another thing I wanted to play, another video. Let me make sure I have that. I pulled so much stuff up yesterday. Oh yeah, this one. Okay, well there's two. So let's do this one first.
Would you read it for us?
They stole my money.
Okay. Go ahead and play.
Videos selling my proof. How can you take me to court when you stole my money and it's $400 short? You vandalized my property, and you filed a lawsuit properly. I'm a rapper, so I'm rapping. What? I can't talk about what happened. Videos I exposed my
What does that say? Sorry. What did you read? Could you read what that said?
Yeah, Brian Newland stole my money.
Brian Newland stole my money. And that was just published in the last few days, as far as you know?
Yes.
You take me to court when you stole my money and it's $400 short. You vandalized my property.
I think that's enough for now.
So I'm rapping. But I can't talk about what happened. Videos I exposed my cause of.
And that was the same video, obviously. Does it tell where that was posted?
It looks like this one is on YouTube.
What effect did it have on you when you saw these posts?
I was angry, sad, depressed, upset.
Why were you sad or upset? Isn't it just somebody exaggerating or making jokes or making a comment?
I didn't find it funny at all. I work in law enforcement, have kids, have friends, family. I was involved in the schools. And then I'm being blasted all over social media for the entire United States.
Oh, sorry about that. I did not know it was going to get that loud. Sorry for your ears. Yeah, so that was really funny because like that kept happening all throughout the trial, is like when they would play these clips of content, that especially this embarrassing content like that one, like you stole my money, and then they would try to like be like, okay, stop, or you can stop, like it would go on like a loop and it would go again and again. And it happened several times. Oh yes, thank you, Khaleesi. Okay, so we'll just go to you now. This was like a huge thank you to Khaleesi, by the way, because she was the first person to ever get me a coffee. And then I saw just now, Laura bought me a coffee too. I have my first 2 coffees ever. So cool. Thank you so much. Oh, I cannot believe this person just sent this. Remember the really important thing I was supposed to do yesterday? I didn't do it, and so now I'm in trouble. So I'm going to do it today. But anyways, Khaleesi, so awesome. You did not have to do that. And I thought it was really cool. And then Laura just sent me one too. So you guys, thank you. I live off the coffee. Yeah, I was going to go into this judge thing. We can do this a different stream because there was another video I had for you guys. And now I'm really annoyed that it's not pulled up. So 1 second, I might have put it in my bookmarks. Maybe that's why. Just another clip. This whole trial. I mean, it was only 3 days and they were really short days. And half of the first day was jury selection. So it was only like a few hours. It was just basically opening statements. And then, oh yeah, this one was funny too. I need to find that other one for you. I'm going to play this one for you too, though.
The defamation statement is that he said he had sex with your wife.
Yes.
Okay. And that's painted you in a false light.
It's caused tremendous pain in my life.
I'll get to that. We have to go through false light first. So does it paint you in a false light?
Yes, that my wife is cheating on me with Mr. Foreman.
But we all know that's not true, correct?
I don't know.
So you're claiming that is...
Okay, I found it. I had sent it to my sister. Or my sister finally responded and she was like, oh yeah, this is really funny. So, yeah, because my sister, again, like for those that weren't there yesterday, don't know that she's a lawyer and I sent it to her and she didn't respond. It was like lame. And then these other lawyers I talked to, like they didn't like really seem to understand why this case was so funny. So that's why I was so excited to be with you guys last night. And then my sister saw it today and she was like, yeah, it was so funny.
After they run around my house with guns and kill.
What they did searching your house gave you the right to do everything you
Under the circumstance that I got freedom of speech, after they run around my house with guns and kick down my door, I got the right to kick a can in my backyard, use my freedom of speech, turn my bad times into a good time. Yes, I do. And I think I'm a sport for doing so because I don't go to their house, kick down their doors, flip them off on their surveillance cameras, then try to play the victim and sue them.
You were at Lisa Phillips's deposition, correct?
Yes, sir.
In your lawyer's office.
Yes, sir.
Same office where you filmed part of that video last Friday.
Yes, sir.
And you saw how upset she was when she was answering your lawyer's questions about how this had affected her, right?
Yes, yes.
And you saw your attorney say, do we need to take a break?
Yes.
And you saw her say, no, let's go on and get this over with.
Yes, sir.
You saw all that.
Yes.
You knew she was upset.
Just like she knew I was upset when she was standing in front of my kids with an AR-15 with her hand around the trigger ready to shoot me. Just like she knew I was upset when she cut my cameras. But I'm not a person. She is. So I'm sorry for being a victim. Let's talk about the predators.
Okay. So You saw all that. You saw how upset she was. You heard the testimony about her children. You heard the testimony at the depositions about Randy Newland's daughter who came home upset. You heard all that, but you're still posting stuff about
Yeah,
it.
because I understand it was Randy's fault and all of their fault for coming in my house in the first place. So if they hadn't came to my house, their children wouldn't be saying nothing. None of this would be going home if they had did their research and did things right. So all of this is their fault. And now they want to sue me for their mistake.
Is there anything that could change your mind about what you're doing to these deputies?
Is there anything that can change my mind about the fact that they shouldn't have been at my house in the first place? Is there anything that can change my mind about how my money shouldn't have been touched in the first place? No.
That's all the questions I have. Thank you.
You're welcome.
That's my favorite part. But like, no, he just turned like again. Why they called him as a hostile witness, I don't know. But he nailed it. It was so good. He was so funny. And I think I saw that Lauren's going on soon, so I was gonna try to keep this short. Let me go back. I have so many tabs open. So let me see if there was anything else on here that I wanted to post. I do need my coffee. Thank you so much, Khaleesi and Laura, because like I definitely need it lately. And again, I stayed up so late last night because there were so many funny things, and I didn't even get to put them all on here. But that just he was saying, and he has so many funny clips. And like, okay, he hasn't posted anything else right now. Let me go to see if there's anything else that I pulled up that I really want to show you guys. Oh yeah, this one was funny too. Hold on, I have to put it in a different tab. 1 second. I just, we have to, this is like such a positive moment. It's a good thing for, here, this one. Do you guys even know what, this show was? Three's Company? He's like, it's a lemon swirl pound cake, like a gay pound cake. I thought that was really funny, because especially with his little apron he was wearing. When I was looking at pound cake stuff, that is like one of the things that came up, and it gave me a good laugh. And there were some of his other posts last night, and just want to see if there was any that because I had screenshotted a bunch of them. Oh yeah, do you see? And in unity with his client, his lawyer wore a flag tie. I don't know if you guys saw that, but I thought that was really cool. Is it still sharing? Okay, good. Yeah, who said, come on, knock on our door? That's a good one. Yes, you know the song. Yes, that exactly. I thought that was really funny. So with the swirl bound cake. And then there was, let me see, there was like one or two more that I know I saved last night, 'cause I was reading some of these. Oh yeah, this one was, oh, these are all good. Okay, wait, there's two more for sure. I think that we should just look at really quick. And then I have like a little outro thing, and then I'll send you all to Lauren. But there's more that's going to happen. He's going to make a song of that. I think he's going to make a song of the judge, because it says 6 hours ago, but this was last night. So this was sometime yesterday. He made this post and said, watch Judge Jackass Jonathan help the PDF police Hine. That's what he called the judge, Jonathan Hine, jump in and help PDF police officer baby making Brian Newland, these Epstein PDF files in power stick together and protect each other. I ran PDF police officer baby making newborn Newland out of Adams County. Watch out, Norwood, whatever. So I can't even say this the way he does. He needs to learn a little bit of punctuation, because it'd be easier to read this. But it's a song, so we're gonna go to that song. And let me just make sure I can pull it up, because sometimes the Instagram is not easy to show you guys for whatever reason. But he posted it, I want to say, or maybe it was on his YouTube that I found it. OG Afroman. Okay. Because he made a song, and it's about the one that he called a PDF file. And it was, oh my God, these are all so funny. Yeah, okay, so his name is Brian Newland, and it says Brian Newland is a flag. So we're going to look at that.
Newland, now he plays with little boys. I pledge allegiance to the flag. Brian Newland is a flag. He used to play with little toys. Now he plays with little boys. Baby making Brian, newborn Newland. What are you doing? Who are you screwing? He like to drink lean. Codeine, then he got clean, you know what I mean? He joined the Adams County Sheriff Department, raid your apartment, stealing star shit. He used to be a stoner with all his friends, but now he pulls them over and he steals their ends. He's a wannabe rapper with no freestyles. Him and his brother William are petrified. Before you raid my house and rob me, raid your brother's house. Robbie, arrest your brother. Leave me alone. Why you stealing his money? Steal me or some.
I mean, this was so funny. And this one, I don't know. I don't think this was the first time he posted this song. This one was posted 2 days. So think about this. So like this was on the 16th, and then he's wearing this suit and these songs as he roasts them. Then he's wearing it in court. And it's just he's so funny. He's just everything. He's amazing. He's really funny. And I mean, this was again, it was such a short trial. I think it's still the trial of the year. Like, obviously It Ends With Us is like probably the biggest lawsuit that we will like see this year. And it's still a big deal. And like, when we get there, it will probably be the biggest case at that time. But I'm just saying, like, you know, she could learn a lot from him. Cause like, I don't know. I think if she had like, even though she really did mess up, if she had maybe just like cut her losses, turn into positive, been like, you know, that my husband pumped like 4 kids out of me or however many kids they have. I can't keep their names or their birthdays straight. That's why we have all those like those interviews that I have with all these lies. And she's like, you know, but like, I'm going to like use this money and, you know, buy all this land for like an overflow shelter or something. Like if she had just done something like everything, I think everyone would be okay. Like, you know, she could just do something and not always be the victim. And it's just like when people cling on to that, like that is their identity, it drives them crazy. And the fact that those cops think they're victims, those are cops. They see real crime. They see real victims. Yet they considered themselves a victim because they were called pound cake, because they admitted they did not follow the rules. Like they did not follow the rules when it came to evidence, when it came to the money. There was a loss of a chain of custody with the cash. There was definitely a lost amount of the money. They messed up. They went on this tip that it seems like they didn't follow up with at all in any way at all. Because if they had, I mean, his house was like basically pretty spotless. And even his lemon pound cake had a nice like little glass covering over it, sitting in his kitchen. His kitchen looked very organized and clean. And, you know, and he didn't even have, did he even have a basement? I guess they all do in Ohio, right? But he definitely didn't have a dungeon. There was definitely no one else there except his kids. And so, and that the fact that they broke down his gate and doors, like, it just, I don't know. Yeah, his house was really clean, right? I did have one question, and I don't know if anyone was following this before, and don't worry, I'm going to find an answer to it because I'm not done digging. But when the cops went into his 2 safes, they were already empty. And I'm just wondering, do we know if this had happened to him before? Like, is that why his safes were empty? Or like, was he moving? I don't know if anyone knows the answer to that, but anyways, that was just one of the other things I had. And one more thing. So again, that was a great one. Let me see if there was any other of the music videos. He's just so funny, you guys. I don't know why we've been sleeping on him because he's amazing. I think there was one more. Sean Groomy Grooms. Oh yeah, there's Lisa Lickum Low Lisa. He did freedom of speech. He had all these, like, there's the lemon pound cake. He's so funny. This guy is amazing. He's absolutely amazing. Check him out. But I'm just glad he got justice. You said, I was hoping Snoop Dogg would have come to trial. I know. I secretly was hoping that too. He said he gave the combination to his ex so that they couldn't plan anything. Yeah, I saw that. That was really funny too. That footage is so good. What video is that on? I can't even remember now. But I watched that. I think it might be on his Insta. He put part of it on. And his baby mom is his ex-wife, and so she opened the safes for the cops because he didn't want them to have the number. And he's like, I didn't even want her to have the number. And she also, in one of those body cam footages, she says that I know I need to wrap up soon. She says that this isn't the first time the cops have stolen from them. She said that once that she was on tour with him, they had been on tour for months. They had $60,000 cash. They got pulled over and the cops took it all from them in, I think it was Missouri, those cops. And I was like, it sounds like it was a while ago because, you know, they haven't been together for a while, but I could almost see in his eyes, he's like, that, you know, he wish he kind of had done this back then to those cops, but he still could. But I think he is where he wants to be. He's like, you came for me, you come for the king, you better not miss. Don't come for free speech and do better at your job. And if you get called out for not doing good at your job, don't go suing those people. Like, don't go suing the actual victims. You know what I mean? So, anyways, on all of those notes, let's go to what I had here. We're not going to read about the judge. I'll get back to that one. But again, thank you to my mods, Khaleesi, Laura, Christina, and Khaleesi for always looking out. This was so funny the other day on that stream where we had the OnlyFans TV. And remember, I wanted to check the link for the OnlyFans TV, and Khaleesi thought it was OnlyFans, and she like did the yellow super chat so I'd see it, and was like, "Don't go to OnlyFans, DFJ." It was so kind. You did not have to do that. Like, you're so sweet. I always appreciate you. And on that note, I made a little video of it to close out. So again, thank you to, oh, this is my note to self. I need to finish what I didn't finish yesterday. So thank you to my mods. Thank you to the chat. And we're going out on this, and I'll send you over to Lauren. Go to OFTV. Well, it's not actually OF, it's OFTV. I love you, Khaleesi. Thank you so much for the super chat. I really, really appreciate you. And thanks for the warning. There's nothing naked in it or anything. What do you guys think? Where's Christina? She knows all the rules. She does paranormal videos talking to spirits. Oh, so you saw it too? It is crazy, right? Rose Wilds. Wait, I'm still minded today. Who is trying to take over YouTube? OnlyFans. So, okay, because like, it's not OnlyFans, but it's this OFTV. I think it's like their version of YouTube. So they're like for safe for work stuff. Because remember when we saw this person doing the photo shoot in front of Nancy Guthrie's house? And we're like, what is she doing? And clearly she is an OF model, right? But I guess she also does content for this OFTV. It's under the OnlyFans model, and it's their safe for work content. And I think they're trying to rival YouTube. I'm going to look at a second of it, but I just want to make sure my mods are okay with it. You know, because would it be okay? This is the OFTV, which is not actually OnlyFans, but I want to just show you. I was shook. Okay, first of all, because like I've been trying to do like YouTube videos as a, you know, I guess sort of content creator now since late last year, I would say, and I was try so hard, and my stuff is like crap compared to like this person. I'm just like, how is this happening? How is this OFTV, whatever it is, like this it seems like half AI stuff, and the quality is so much higher. Okay, so reminder, copyright disclaimer. Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, and research. That is what this is. I am news reporting, maybe teaching, and research, and commenting, and criticizing. I'm doing all of that. So I think we're covered. We're playing it.
What's up, you guys? It's Kiki. Welcome back to my channel. I want answers. Let's get into the video. Nancy Guthrie is an 84.
So like, I mean, even that, look at this. Like she has like these, everything. Okay.
I just want to introduce myself to any energies that are around the house right now. My name is Kiki. I come with light and love and respect, and I'm looking for Nancy Guthrie. This just said plastic. I wonder if it's referring to me as plastic.
She's like, they refer to me as plastic. I mean, it is funny.
Found soon, or maybe she was.
They even blur out. That looks like JLR right there. I mean,
over her and her family. That's gonna be it for today's video, you guys, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.
Like they're like YouTube now, but it's like, I don't know. I'm just saying the whole thing is crazy. So what do you guys think? Yay, thank you, everyone. So Justice, I'm so glad we got to see Justice today. It's very rare, especially I did not think that we were going to get it. And I'm so excited. In White, Ohio, an all-white jury, Afroman, they said he is not liable. They sided with him on everything. Those cops are getting what they deserve. And I just hope you are all going to celebrate with either with your lemon pound cake or with whatever you do that brings you joy. And Lauren's stream, again, starting in 2 minutes, it'll automatically redirect you there. If you're on replay crew, feel free to leave a comment in the chat if you're as excited as I was and as we are. And I will talk to everyone soon. Have a good day, y'all. Love you.